Bonjour à tous, привет, друзья. Hello everyone. Moi, Morgan. Hola. So in today's wonderful and exciting discussion, we'll be talking about a very intriguing thing I've been thinking about the idea of the existence of God or the existence of no God, right? If there is God or if there is no God, it is something that I was thinking about, right? For those who say there is no God. So if you look at the world or what you have been made to believe, right, that we are living in. Alright, so welcome back. Bonjour à tous. Привет, друзья. Morgan, moi. So in this wonderful and exciting discussion, we'll be talking about the concept about God, right? The existence of God and then the non-existence of God, right? So I was thinking about this, that there are people that say that there is no God, and there are people that say that there is God. So when I was thinking about this, it came to my mind to observe nature, right? To just go out and then observe how the world is. So we have been told that our planet, this is the one here, right? This one here is our planet, right? That is what the most smartest people in the world, or the most astronomic people that study astronomy, they have given to us, that we are in a solar system and it has several planets, and nine of them that we have discovered so far. But of course, that is what we have seen so far. Maybe in the future we will discover more planets in our system. And this is where we are, which is planet Earth, right? That is where you and I are. And this is how our sun is. So according to some estimate, this planet can fit into the sun at least 100 times over, right? That means that the sun is very, very big. And this is our planet, where we are. So let's forget about all of these things, because sometimes if you want to know that God exists or God does not exist, if you look at it from a bigger point like this, it will either convince you that God exists, right? Because no human being or intelligent force on earth can be able to create all of these things, right? We are on this, and there are even planets which is far bigger than this. So it is mind-blowing. No human being or intelligent force on earth can create any of these. It's impossible, right? So if you think like that, you may be thinking in one way that there is a superior intelligence, which people call God, which I think is called Yahweh, Elohim. But sometimes if you go deeper and deeper, you think that no, if there is a being that can create all of these things, why does he allow people living on this small earth to suffer? Why doesn't he show himself? Why doesn't he do miracles when you pray unto him? Why doesn't he stop sin? Why does he punish sin? Why doesn't he do this and that, right? If he is so powerful to build all of these things, why doesn't he do something for us on it, right? So if you look at it from one point, you can believe that, or get to know that there is a being so powerful to create all of these things, who is called God. Perfect. Or you may be thinking that if there is a being that can create all of these things, something bigger than this, then why doesn't he listen to people's prayer? Why doesn't he stop evil? Why doesn't he stop the bad things from happening to people, right? So now some people will tend to doubt that there is no God at all, because if he can build all of these things and he can't work on this, then he's not as powerful as that. That is one way. The other way is that you can also see that he is very big and powerful, and he has a lot of things on his hands that he's working on, right? So he's also working on each and every of them accordingly. That is one way. Or it can be that all of these things are even lies. There is nothing like planets. They are just stars in the sky, and there's even these sizes and these shapes are not even true. They are all lies. and we are living on something flat like a small edge like this. Right? So these are the three arguments. Remember, there is always three sides to everything. They always say that there is two sides to a coin. No, there are no two sides to a coin. There are three sides of a coin. There is the head, the tail, and then the side. So everything has three sides. Time has three sides: present, past, future. Matter has three sides: length, breadth, height. Right? Human beings have three parts: spirit, soul, body. Right? So things always have three sides. So there is a possibility that if you look at this is very, very big. There is a powerful God that created all of these things, or there is no God that created this thing because he doesn't care about this small one, or this entire stuff is a lie. Right? And we are not even living on something like this. So let's stop thinking about all of these big things. Let's concentrate on what we have now on this small earth. We are not going to be thinking about the big universe like this, right? We are thinking about not this small solar system, but let's go back to planet Earth. Now, if you go to planet Earth, right, and you walk throughout, if you always stay in your one place and you listen to YouTube and listen to other people, one person giving you lies, you will believe the person and think that there is no God. Especially if the person has been hurt before, if the person called or prayed unto God and it didn't happen. So you'll be thinking there is no God. But if you go outside of your room and you don't listen to what people are saying, but you don't just listen to what people are saying, including what I'm saying, but you also open your eyes and look at the things close to you and beyond you, you get to know that there is indeed a superior being. We are not just here by evolution. We are created. There is someone very, very powerful and super smart than us. Look at all the inventions you have created. So do you mean to tell me that of all the inventions that humans have created for these years you have been on Earth, there is not a being so smarter than human beings to create all of these things you are seeing? So if humans collectively are smart to create some of the wonderful things like to capture sound through magnet, to give speakers, to capture sound and to play it back through microphones and speakers, and then to pass sound through electrical wires across the internet, across wavelengths, all over from one place to another place. If humans are smart enough to do that, can there be a superior being who is capable of doing that? What are you telling me, that there is no God? If humans can do all of these things I mentioned, then of course there is someone or some being also as smarter and far, far more smarter than human beings. Because humans came from somewhere. We were created by someone. So back to that. So back to the earth before we go to humans themselves. I'll show you some of the pictures. Look at the plants. There are different types of plants. Thousands and thousands of species of plants, different genres of plants, and all the plants follow a particular format. Most of them have green leaves, and we have gotten to use through years of experience and understood that the green leaves is useful because they have chlorophyll, which is useful for photosynthesis to generate food that we eat, every living creature on earth eats, and then oxygen in which we breathe. And then all these leaves, some of them follow a pattern. Some of them are 5 leaflets, some are 3, some are 2, some are multiples. So you can see that the fern has multiple leaves. You can see that these have 5 or 6 or 8, 7. Some of them follow the Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio. And that is one of the things that you can see all throughout of this plant. That means they have a pattern, they have a format, right? So there is some form of intelligence design behind all of these things. It's not just random. Even if it's random, or even if it's chaotic, it is chaotic to us, but on the grand picture, there is a pattern. Okay, so every plant, there are different species of plants, and then there are different forms, different shapes, different textures, different fruits, different mechanisms. And no human being, no matter how powerful that human being is, knows all plants. So if even we human beings who think we are smart and who are saying that there is no God, we cannot tell all the types of plants in the world, we cannot keep the memory of all the plants in the world, we cannot understand how all the plants work, their shapes and all of these things, how can we even know that and how can we know that there is no God? Or how can we know that there's no God? Like, it doesn't make sense, because we don't even know everything. So what if all the things we know is very, very small as compared to all the things we can know, and God is in the things that we don't know yet? That is those that say that there's no God. Okay, that is one. That is just the plants. We don't know all plants. So if somebody tells you that there is no God, you have to tell the person, does the person know all the types of plants and how all the plant functions and the mechanisms with them? We have taken years and years to study them, but still no one human being has knowledge of all the plants and how they work. So he cannot. So that means that no human being can tell me that there is no God. So someone will say, if that's the case, then you can also say that there is the saying that there is God is also inconclusive. No, there must be someone in charge of all of them. Just as we have all the inventions that humans have made, so there must be someone that made all of these things who has a record of all of them. Let's check this. These are all things in nature, right? I'm not going to be just showing things made by human beings. These are all things in nature. Look at this. Can human beings make this? No. No human being, no matter how powerful, no human being, no matter how powerful, can make this. So if humans can't make this, then humans cannot tell me that there is no God. If you tell me there is no God, then how did all of these things come? How? You can explain it, but your explanation is just explanation. So how? Because this is a marvel, right? Humans can do things, but we can't reach this point. Look at this. These are not done by human beings, so right. So that's why sometimes if you hear people saying that they are not God, I always laugh, because we have not gone to all the parts of the world. These are things that are made. You can find them in nature, right? You don't go outside, but they were not made by evolution, as we have been made to believe. Someone intentionally built them, who is superior than us. Just as if you look at this building here, it was intentionally built by someone with all the designs and features and stuff. There was an architect to build this. The same way there is an architect that built this, but it's not a human being, right? Like us. So he's smarter than us. Look at this. Look at this one too. Right? So you see how human beings are building? But look at this. So this is not made by human beings. These are not made by human beings. This was made by humans. If humans can build this, then there must be someone who's smarter than humans who can also build this, who can build this, who can build this, who can build this, who can compose this. Right? There must be someone smarter who can build this. This is not made by human beings. This is found in nature. This is made by God. So there must be someone that built this. There must be someone that is telling these creatures to have the same particular color, because humans can also design stuff and give it a model, a color, to the point that if everything that comes, it follows a particular pattern. So if humans can do that, then there must be someone smarter than humans that did this. The same is this. This is the forest. They call it what, mountain forest. Yeah, mountain forest in China. Right? This was not made by humans. The same is this. Wow. This is under the supervision of UNESCO, right? United Nations. This is so powerful and so nice. These are different islands. If you have watched The Arrow, this is some of them, right? Very cool. Humans can't do this. So that means that there's a smarter being called God who built this. What about this? This is found in Ireland. This is what he must have done. You can see the structure there, right? All the structures were orchestrated. The same way, if humans can do structures like this, then there's a superior being who can also do this structure. You cannot tell me that this was made by humans who are smart enough to do this structure, and there is no being smarter than human beings to also do this structure. And they're going to say this is made by nature, like evolution or Big Bang or something. Funny. If humans can do this with structure and make it look beautiful like that, then there is someone smarter enough to do this. You can't just leave it to chance. These things were not built by chance. These buildings were not built by chance. The same way this was not built by chance. It was built by God. Someone smarter than humans. Look at this one also. Right, I don't know, I've watched a movie in which they use this one as a spy base. Right, this is in nature. So powerful and so nice. Check this. See, you can see what humans have built. Very nice design. And they have passed it all over here. If humans can build this, then see the magnificence of God in this. It's in China, right? See the magnificence of God in this. But if humans can build this thing that people pass under, this that people pass under, then definitely there is also someone smarter than humans who made human beings who can also build this. Look at this. This is a white sands in Chihuahua, right? I think it's in Brazil or something, in Southern America. This is a desert and they are white. Not like Sahara desert. This is white sand. It's not sugar. It's not salt. It's not ice. God is so wonderful. Look at this also. Right. Very powerful. Humans can make dams. If humans can make dams, then there is someone who's smarter than humans. The one that made humans can also make these ones. Look at this. This is in Antarctica. Right. See, this is like a whole mountain with this nice ring around it. Look at this one also. This is in Grand Canyon. So if you look at all of these things, you can't just leave it that these were created by nature. Like, who is nature? God made all of these things. It's not by chance. They were actually created with specificity. Although it looks random, but this is very, very intelligently designed. Because you see there's a pattern within them all. It's not just, you can think that it's random, but there's a pattern. And see this. Now I've shown you natural stuff, right? If you think these are nature, no, they are not made by nature. They are made. These are all things that prove that there is a God. There is someone smarter than human beings that made all of these things. The reason is that if you can believe this, now, so if I've showed you what you can see in nature, right? Now look at this. This is human beings have built this, right? So do you mean to tell me that human beings are so smart to build these kind of cities, but there is no being also smarter than humans that can also build something? See, humans are smart enough to build things that even ants can't build, that dogs can't build, that apes can't build. So we are the top, and then we can build this. So you mean to tell me that there's not beings smarter than us who is able to also build all of these things you are seeing? What are you telling me, that there's no God? So this is built by humans. If you check the skylines, look at this city. This is Dubai, right? When I was here, like it's so nice and so perfect, although the place look hot, very hot. Very nice. This were all made by humans, right? This is New York, somewhere in the US. And look at the skyline, all built by humans. So if humans are smart to have a pattern to build stuff, do you mean to tell me that there is no God or there's no smart being beyond humans who can also build all the things we are seeing in what we call nature? Look at this, right? Humans can build all of these things. If you check for Singapore, these are the wonderful stuff you can see from there. All of these things were built by humans. This is in Lviv, no, Kiev, not Lviv. All these were built by humans. Look at the order, look at the beauty of it. Look at this structure. So this is similar to what I showed you some time ago. Right? See all of this, and this is in Ghana. It's similar to this thing here. This is in Berlin. If humans are smart enough to build all of these nice skylines with all of this order and all of these things, you can see them all around. This is in China. Then why do people still not believe that there is God? I don't get it. If humans are smart enough to build all of these things I've shown you, yeah, then don't you think that there's also someone also bigger and smarter than human beings to also build all these things that we're seeing? I don't even show you this. All these things we are also seeing that everybody came to meet. See, so that is my argument. So if you say that there's no God, by looking at nature, comparing all the wonderful things in nature that we have explanation, supposed explanation, but we cannot with our explanation design these things, and we can learn from these explanations and build things like these things, like cities with all of these wonderful structures by human power. Then if humans can do this, then there is also a superior being, there is God, who also designed all of these things. So that is my argument. So even looking at what humans have done, if you compare it with what God is in nature, then there is God, right? So you can't tell me that there's no God. My final argument is that if you take the human body, right? So for all these years that humans have been on earth, we have not been able to create humans by ourselves. And maybe we'll reach there. But until then, look at this. You yourself, do you know the amount of blood that is running within your body? You can't tell me the amount of blood that you have in your body at a specific amount. You can't. You don't even know, although it is your body. You don't even know the amount of neurons in your brain. You can only give an approximation of what is in your brain, not in general human people's brain that we have been told. You don't even know how many muscles are in your body and how much amount of oxygen you breathe per day or per an hour. Let me not make it a day, or per 30 minutes. You have no idea. So if although we are living in this body, we don't even know the number of our hairs. Let's not even put the hairs of our head, just the hair of our eyelashes, the lashes of our eye. We don't even know. So if we human beings living in this body, walking up and down like we are the bosses, we are of our own, we have been building stuff, doing all of these things, and we are thinking that there is no God. We don't even know our own self as much as we know. We don't know some of the figures I'm mentioning, the number of your eyelashes, not even the hair of your hair. You don't even know how many cones are in your eyes. Not general, I mean you as a specific beings. You don't even know how many muscles you have in your body, how many neurons you have, the amount of blood running through your vessels. How many blood vessels do you have? You don't even know. You don't even know the number of like the length of your intestine. You don't know. You can only guess the approximation for general human beings. If we can't know specifically by yourself, me myself, I don't even know, then how can I say that there is no God? like who are you to say that there's no God? You don't even know everything about yourself. That is just for you, not the next person beside you. And yet still we believe we can build all of these things, or we build all of these things, and we still can't believe that there is someone smarter enough to build all the things you are seeing in nature and to build the human being itself. So that's my thought and my question. Think about it. See you another time. Stay blessed. So that's my argument. So there is someone who built all of these things. He's called Jesus. There is someone that built all of these things. He's called Yeshua. Yesu is called God. That's why throughout all generations that have come on the earth, they always have a belief that there is a being superior and stronger than humans that could do all of these things. So that is food for thought. Food for thought. Thought for food. See you another time. Stay blessed.